Can you imagine getting stopped by the police? Them take you to jail, and then when you get ready to get out of jail, all your money gone. They don't stole your money. Well, that's what happened to this lady in Detroit. Police pulled her over and stole her money. Take a look.
Theft took place while the officer was in uniform, and the department says the evidence against him comes from his own equipment.
7 investigator Ross Jones is revealing how the alleged theft was discovered and why that officer is still being paid tonight.
Our IA lieutenant took a look at the video and immediately recognized that we had a criminal act here.
Commander Michael McGinnis would not have believed what an officer in Detroit's 6th Precinct is now accused of doing if he hadn't seen it on the officer's own body cam.
I was kind of floored that you actually had an officer who has his camera activated who decided to steal money from a citizen.
We are not naming the officer, who has not been charged with any crimes, but the department says the evidence right now is strong enough to have suspended him and arrested him inside the 6th Precinct just last month. What he did, according to DPD, happened here on March 7th near the corner of Joy and Evergreen, when a team of 3 officers observed what they believed to be a narcotics handoff. 2 of the suspects involved drove off, police say, and when officers stopped their vehicle, they found drugs inside.
Those individuals were found to be in possession of narcotics, and they were arrested.
Both the driver and passenger were taken to the Detroit Detention Center. After they were released, the female passenger would report that there was money missing from her purse, about $600 worth. She filed a citizen's complaint with the Office of the Chief Investigator, who pulled up the officer's body camera.
You can see on camera an envelope of money contained in that purse. 1 minute you see it, next second it's gone.
And it wasn't declared on the inventory?
It wasn't listed on inventory, it wasn't placed on evidence, it wasn't documented in a police report, it was stolen.
I'm just happy that the body-worn camera situation worked. I've been lobbying because a lot of officers turned off the body-worn cameras.
In his role overseeing the department, Commissioner Ricardo Moore says he has too often watched officers shut off body cams during stops or arrests, or never turn them on in the first place. That an officer's alleged theft was caught by his own body camera? Well, in a way, Moore says, it's progress.
So I'm sure that they'll do a very thorough investigation, not only on this situation, but the officer in general, to see why was he so comfortable in allowing the body-worn camera.
You've seen this happen once now. You have to be worried that this is not the first time.
Oh, yeah, of course I'm worried. I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't worried.
DPD is now conducting a wider review of the officer's body camera history, looking for anything else like the alleged behavior that triggered this arrest. And if any other citizens have had a similar experience, the commander hopes they come forward.
What worries me is that this is an officer wearing a Detroit police uniform stealing from the citizens. I see it as just him doing it, but the rest of the world sees it as Detroit police stealing, and that's just not the case.
Well, that officer is currently suspended with pay. The department can only take his pay with the approval from the Board of Police Commissioners, which they will formally request at a meeting later this month. The officer, as we mentioned, was working with 2 others when the alleged theft took place. The department stresses tonight there is no evidence that those other 2 officers were aware of or had anything to do with this alleged theft. We did reach out to the Detroit Police Officers Association for comment on this story. We did not hear back, but this is an officer we know who's been on the force for about 4 years, not brand new, not a seasoned veteran, but certainly smart enough to know you should not be stealing from people you're arresting or anyone for that matter, and we'll see where this goes.
And with your body camera.
Well, that doesn't